In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to correctly format your innovation case study. You may have written your case study already, but you need to apply these formatting instructions, and I'll also show you how to put the footnotes in and your reference list at the end. The first thing you need to do is Control A to select all your text. Change your font style to Century Gothic. Change your font size to 12. And then change your line spacing to 1.5. Deselect the text, reselect your heading, and change your heading to 20. Go to Layout, change the margins to Custom Margins with a top, left, bottom and right of 2 centimeters. Click OK when you've done. Now go to the very top of the page and double click in the empty space. This will open the header and footer area. We're going to work on the header. We want to put your student number in here. We want to select the student number. We want to change the header from top measurement to 0.5 and the header from bottom measurement to 0.5 as well. You then need to select your student number, click on Home, make sure it is in Century Gothic, it is in size 12, and bold as well, please. Then use these icons here to center it. Once you've done that, you can click back on Header and Footer and click on Close, or you can just double click in the main part body of the text. So now you have a correctly formatted submission document. Actually, it doesn't look correctly formatted at all. Control A, Layout, Margins, Custom, 2. So to recap, we have our margins set at custom margins and they are all 2 centimeters. We have our header and footer set at 0.5, and we've also made sure we've centered our header and our footer, and it's also in Century Gothic 12 and bold. To do a word count, select the body of your text, then look in the bottom left hand corner. It will tell you how many words you've highlighted, and in this instance I've highlighted 1070 of 1096 words. Word count 1070, and I'm just going to bold that there. If I zoom out, you can see that I have my word count here. As I've been writing my case study, I've been cutting and pasting my URLs for all the websites that I've looked at, and I've also got specific pages that I've looked at, as well as any books that I've looked at or YouTube videos. Go to citemaker.com/stcatharines.newsouthwales/. Make sure that you log in using your school email and other details. Make sure you select Oxford, and in the menu section you can click on My Sites. I want to save all my citations into my innovation folder that I created earlier. If you haven't got any folders created, click down the bottom here on Plus Folder and you should be able to create a new folder. Once you've typed in the name of the folder, click on Save. If you need to move this palette out of the way, just click on the cross, and if you need it back again, just click on Menu. Then the drop down arrow for My Sites. All my citations are going to be in the Oxford format, so make sure it says Oxford here in the top left corner. I'm going to use these 4 buttons here, or predominantly this button and this button, because I'm using only books and websites. So the first citation or the first reference I want to make is a book. I'm going to click on Book, ISBN. At the bottom of my Word document, I have my URLs. I'm going to copy the ISBN, go back to citemaker, paste the ISBN in here. Make sure I've ticked WorldCat, which stands for World Catalogue, and then click on Search. It brings up the reference here. And now I want to click on Save My Sites. It asks me which folder I want to go to. I've got a pre-existing folder called Innovation. And I'm going to click on Save. And you can see it's created a citation here. It's created a citation in my site. So this is a preview here. And this is, if I scroll down a bit further, you can see there's a preview for my footnote as well. Footnotes are set out slightly differently. A citation starts with the surname or the last name, and a footnote starts with the initial, then the last name. I'm going to cite some more references. So I'm going to close this one here. I'm going to open a website or URL, paste in a URL, click on search. It tells me if there's any information here, and it just says it doesn't include an author or a sponsor, so that's fine. I can scroll down, click on the Save button, Innovation, Save. It's added my second reference, and it's also putting them in alphabetical order, and you can see here they've gone into alphabetical order. And I've also got a second footnote down here. To add in a new entry into the same search frame, just click on Reset, paste your next URL in, click on Search, click on Save My Sites, click on Save. I've generated all my sites. I'm going to check them all, scroll down a bit, and I'm going to copy them. Paste them into your submission document. You'll need to do some formatting now. So select your text, click on Home, change the font style to Century Gothic, change the text size to 12, change the line spacing to 1.5. You then need to go down and put a space between each entry. So look for the accessed date and space down after that. This one's a book, the second one, so it doesn't have an access date. So I've got 6 entries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's my reference list done, but now I need to put my footnotes in. To do footnotes, go back to the citemaker.com website, click on Footnote, and it changes all the entries. Now these may not be in the order in which you've done them. You will know best for you. The easiest way I've found to apply these to my document is select the footnote entry I want, Control C or Command C to copy it, go back to your Word document, click where you want the footnote to be. For example, I'm going to cite just here. Go to References, Insert Footnote. It immediately drops down the bottom. Control V to paste, and your footnote has been inserted. To insert another footnote, go back to CiteMaker, select your next footnote entry, Command C to copy or Control C to copy. Go back to your submission document, find where you want to put your footnote. I want mine here. Insert footnote, Control V to paste. If you miss an insertion, it's absolutely no problem at all to go back up and put it in. So here's my number 1 here, and here's my number 2 here. For example, I may have missed a citation here. I can insert footnote, put another footnote in, and you can see it put that one in at number 2. If I need to repeat footnotes, that's absolutely fine. Your text will automatically be pushed down and formatted. It doesn't change your word count though. Footnotes are not counted as part of your word count. So you should be able to apply all your footnotes and have a reference list at the end of your document. Don't forget to acknowledge where your pictures and other images have come from as well.